Good afternoon, I'm Ray Collins. A major mess being mopped up right now around Cortez and 66th Street West. A pipe broke, causing a sewage spill. Our Marla Spence has been there all day. Marla, what's the latest out there right now?
Well, Ray, I can tell you as of 8 this morning that sewage spill caused by a pipe punctured here on Cortez Road West and 66th Street West is finally repaired. Now, this comes after several thousands of gallons of sewage water spilled over this area. Now, crews with the Manatee County Utilities Department is still out here getting back to their original job of replacing a force main, something they were working on before that pipe was punctured, causing that sewage spill. Now, crews have been out here as early as 4 this morning, and that sewage spill caused more than 1.5 million gallons to be spilled, causing a big mess that could also impact surrounding bodies of water in this area.
The Palmasola Bay has been impacted. To what degree, with the number of gallons, we don't know, but that's where one of the areas we'll begin doing our sampling, and signs have been posted in the area, and we just advise people to avoid swimming and eating fish and such out of that water.
Now, Amy Pilson with the Manatee County Utilities Department says that any waterways connected to the Palmasola Bay could also be impacted. She says signs will be in those areas as well, alerting people that there was exposure to that sewage spill into those bodies of water. Reporting live in Bradenton, I'm Marla Spence for ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Marla. A boil water notice is still in effect near that area in Manatee County. Water was shut off last night and turned back on about 6 this morning. For those living from Canal Street to 106th Street West between Cortez Road and Bayview Drive, those in that area should boil water for the next day or two to make sure it is safe to drink. Well, today is indeed a grim anniversary. It was 5 years ago today a man shot and killed over 24 students and teachers at the Sandy Hook School in Connecticut. Many of the adults died protecting the children. Victims range from 6 to 56 years old. The gunman also killed his mother that day before killing himself. Vigils are planned for today to honor the victims. Back in this area, the father of one of those victims was here in town today, helping dedicate a future playground in honor of all the Sandy Hook victims. Our Stephanie Webb has details of that story. Stephanie?
Thanks, Ray. The father of one of the Sandy Hook victims is in the Suncoast today, speaking out about the importance of gun control. Victoria Soto was a first-grade teacher at Sandy Hook, spending her final moments protecting her 17 students and remembered as a hero. Her father, Carlos Soto, now works with Where Angels Play. It's a foundation that builds playgrounds all around the world in honor of the Sandy Hook victims and others, and victims of the other tragedies as well.
The only thing we are against is we would like to see more background check and take the guns away from the sick people. Since this happened 5 years ago, many more kids have died of guns.
Now, the future playground will be built in this clearing right here in South Lido Beach in Sarasota, and in honor of the Dittmar family who lost 2 sons, one to leukemia and one to a spearfishing accident. Where Angels Play was started by Bill Lavin.
And started to build a playground for each one of the children and teachers from Sandy Hook. And they're in their favorite color, their favorite animal, you know, whatever their theme was. And it's really to celebrate how they lived rather than how they died. Today, we are, after building 26 playgrounds for them in 19 months, we have paid it forward to everywhere around the world. We've been to Canada, I just got back from Africa, and we're here in Sarasota, Florida, to build a playground to pay it forward to the Dittmars family to honor Jared and Christopher.
Now, that playground in Lido Beach is slated to be finished by mid-April of next year.
All right, very nice tribute. Thank you, Stephanie. A Bradenton woman says she recognized a man who broke into her house from Facebook. Manatee County Sheriff deputies arrested this man, Andrew Perry, for allegedly breaking into the victim's home on 10th Avenue West on Tuesday night. The woman inside ran out of the house and called 911. Deputies say she later said she recognized him as one of her Facebook friends. Perry is now facing charges of armed burglary and resisting without violence. He's being held on over $20,000 bond. An update now from Charlotte County, where the sheriff's office is now reacting to some negative social media comments about the death of their canine. The dog Ito escaped from its handler's cage and was struck and killed by a car earlier this week. The sheriff's office says their canine handlers are members of the U.S. Police Canine Association and follow their guidelines for the training and handling of their dogs. The association's executive director said while it's not unusual to have a dog freely roaming inside the house while attended to by a handler, it is also not unusual to have a private and dedicated kennel space for the dog to rest and de-stress before its next assignment. The sheriff's office is still investigating the circumstances of Ito's death to prevent future such tragedies. For the latest on local and breaking news, please download our new app. iPhone users can search for WWSB or My Suncoast. Android users get the update automatically. Chamber of Commerce weather out there right now, Josh Stone.
You said it.
Yes.
Exactly.
Thank
Meteorologist Ray Collins.
No. Forecaster at best.
Well, yeah, it's perfect outside. Finally, more like average-like temperatures right now. 72 degrees. The average for a high this time of the year is 73. Mostly sunny skies, and we can take it. Look at the dew point, though, at 56 degrees. And, you know, in the summertime, we have dew point temperatures around, I don't know, 65, 70, maybe even higher than that. So yesterday's dew points were in the low 40s. So just letting you know that we have this south wind bringing up the warm air and also more moisture moving back into the area. The radar is pretty quiet. We do have an increase in clouds thanks to more moisture moving into the area. And here's the southerly winds. Not much of a wind to show you here on this graphic, only about 5 to 10 miles per hour, but it just shows the direction of the winds and why our temperatures will be warmer than they were yesterday. Yesterday's high was only 63, and today we are going to climb to, I think, what we are right now, 72 degrees, which is about average. But what does the weekend hold for us? We'll let you know in a few minutes. Back to you.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, Josh. Back to the news now. Two very different versions are emerging of the White House resignation of the former reality show contestant Omarosa. Reporter Elizabeth Hurd tries to sort out the truth.
The latest departure from the White House staff.
Omarosa has to go. You're fired.
Omarosa Manigault Newman fired 3 times from The Apprentice and now out at the White House.
I resigned and I didn't do that in the residence as being reported.
Only on Good Morning America, Omarosa telling her side of the story, blasting reports she was fired and escorted off the White House grounds by the Secret Service.
I like to hear all of these interesting tales, but I have to tell you that they're 100% false.
The reality TV star came to Washington with President Trump as one of the most high-profile African-American staffers in the administration, a friend of the boss who could walk into the Oval Office whenever she wanted. That is until Chief of Staff John Kelly took over.
Certainly, I had more access than most, and people had problems with that. People had problems with my 14-year relationship with this president.
President Trump offered his goodbye in a tweet, writing, "Thank you, Omarosa, for your service. I wish you continued success." As for why she's leaving, Omarosa says, stay tuned.
I have seen things that have made me uncomfortable, that have upset me, that have affected me deeply and emotionally, that has affected my community and my people. And when I can tell my story, it is a profound story that I know the world will want to hear.
Omarosa says her last day on the job in the White House will be January 20th. And for now, White House officials will only confirm she resigned to pursue other opportunities. Elizabeth Herrer, ABC News, New York.
Still to come on your Suncoast News, the flu season is worse than expected this year. We'll tell you how effective the flu shots are this go-around. And your chance to learn more about the uses of medical marijuana. We'll have a preview of a seminar tonight right here on the Suncoast. Stay with us.
Coming up, the Sarasota Ballet takes you into the world of the Nutcracker, Sarasota style.
Okay, so we drowned the fire, stirred it, drowned it again, and now just feel if it's cold.
Yeah.
Cool.
Smokey just gave me a bear hug.
I know. I already posted it.
Make Make your holiday season extraordinary with a visit to your local Alfa Romeo dealer. Experience affordable Italian-crafted luxury and world-class performance, like our 2018 Giulia, just announced as the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. MSRP starting at $37,995. Or drive home in the 2018 Stelvio SUV. MSRP starting at just $41,995. Premium comfort and excellent handling, even in the most challenging conditions. Now's the time to shift into season and reward yourself this holiday. Come in and see us today.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
The perfect musical for the holidays is live on the Players Center stage. Packed with the big band sounds from World War II, the 1940s Radio Hour is our boogie woogie bugle boy answer to the holiday blues. Call the Players Center at 365-2494 or visit us at theplayers.org. The Players Wild Broadway series wishes you a Merry Christmas with the 1940s Radio Hour.
The savings are bigger than ever during the Big Finish event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Why settle for less when you can shop the Suncoast largest selection? Get KBB's 2017 Best Buy Award overall winner, the Chrysler Pacifica, for as little as $24,999. Or get all the truck you need to get the job done with a new Ram Crew Cab and save up to $11,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Have a great holiday.
Happy holidays from ABC 7.
Okay, welcome back. Good to see you on this Thursday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Josh Stone in for John Scalzi today. Look at this beautiful temperature, 72 degrees, and I believe this should be our high for today. You can't get much better than this. Sunshine, but I think the clouds will be on the increase today as more moisture is coming into the area. Dew point is at 56. We just talked about this. The higher the dew point, a little more moisture in the air, and it feels pretty comfortable outside. Here's the southerly wind at 10 miles per hour. The radar, very quiet right now, not much to show you here. Here's the headlines for today. Afternoon clouds. Then there's going to be a possibility of some light showers coming our way for Friday, so it's not going to be a big deal, and whatever showers develop will be short-lived, and mostly these showers will probably be in the early morning hours. And then we're on tap for a beautiful weekend. If you like temperatures in the mid to upper 70s, lower 80s. If you don't, I'm sorry, I don't know what to do, but that's just what we've got for you. Thanks to this area of high pressure, it has moved eastward, so the wraparound clockwise flow around it's bringing up the winds up from the south, eventually the southwest, but either way, the southerly winds are helping to bring back that warmer air. Now, there is a boundary to our north that's slowly sagging southward along with another cold front we're watching that's helping to push this southward. That's going to act as a lifting mechanism to produce these light showers coming our way as we get into Friday morning. And then an area of high pressure settles in after that, and looks like we're going to have this beautiful weekend on tap for us. So let's put the Futurecast into motion. Well, these showers are a little aggressive here in an in-house model, but there still could be some light showers around the Tampa Bay area, maybe later tonight. But tomorrow, early in the morning, maybe around noontime, we could get a few showers that develop. And again, these will be light showers. And then look what happens in the Futurecast. Everything clears out, and we can enjoy clear skies for our Friday night and into Saturday. The big story, though, as far as any weather maker happening right now is up here in the Northeast. Well, there's a snowmaker. This is the remnants, actually, of what was once a clipper that was affecting the Midwest just yesterday. Look how quickly it moved, now affecting the Northeast. A beautiful forecast for the boaters today. Southwest winds 10 knots, seas at 2 feet with a light chop in the bays. But again, increasing clouds will be the case in our forecast. Here's your tides. The high tide will be at 9:32 p.m. Again, the forecast today, beautiful conditions, increasing clouds, but highs topping out in the low 70s today. And as far as your wonderful weekend outlook, there you go. Can't beat that. low 80s by Sunday and next Monday, right?
Perfect. Thank you, Josh. On to health news now. Some new numbers show this year's flu season began earlier than previous years, and a new CDC report shows that influenza could be an even bigger worldwide problem than first expected. Health experts now estimate that the number of people killed every year by flu is higher than previously believed. The CDC says more than 300,000 people die from flu-related respiratory illnesses each year around the world. 300,000. Now, despite the National Institutes of Health warning, this season's flu vaccine may only be 10% effective against one potentially severe strain of flu. Doctors say, get that shot anyway.
We are seeing more cases, way more than this time last year, which is concerning.
New estimates for flu deaths used data from 47 countries, and the most deaths were in the world's poorest regions and among the older adults. Back in this area, happening tonight, a Bradenton medical marijuana dispensary is holding a patient information session. Officials from TruLeave will discuss what conditions qualify to receive a medical marijuana card in Florida, what products are available at the dispensaries, and the best way to use the products to control specific medical conditions. It starts at 6 p.m. tonight at the Gulf Coast Ketamine Center, which is on University Parkway. But first, it's time for lunch. Here is Chef Sam Ray from the Tsunami Sushi and Hibachi Grill in Sarasota. Chef?
Hey there, it's always a pleasure to be here. Today we're cooking a shrimp wonton soup to keep everybody warm during this cold weather.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
You can do something about a crime, any crime, and you can receive a reward of up to $3,000 cash. Call Crime Stoppers with information about criminal activity, unsolved crimes, drug dealers, fugitive criminals, stolen property, illegal weapons. Call 366-TIPS. You will remain anonymous. Visit SarasotaCrimeStoppers.com. Download the Crime Stoppers P3 mobile app from the Apple iTunes Store or Google Play. Call Crime Stoppers 366-TIPS. Paid for by the Attorney General's Office, Crime Stoppers Trust Fund.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
This is an important medical announcement. Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to uncontrollable bleeding and even death. If you've been prescribed one of these drugs and have experienced these dangerous side effects, you may be entitled to substantial compensation. Studies show that Pradaxa can cause more heart attacks than warfarin, and other countries have already issued safety warnings against this drug. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. The call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to Pradaxa victims, and thousands of Xarelto victims are filing their legal cases. Call the Drug Watch hotline if you or a loved one used Xarelto or Pradaxa and experienced uncontrollable bleeding, brain hemorrhage, or even death. You must call now.
Call 800-793-6055. 800-793-6055.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Well, of course, the Nutcracker is a traditional holiday show, but here on the Suncoast, of course, it has a circus twist. Our Linda Carson has the story in today's Spotlight.
John Ringley
Ringling's Nutcracker is a combination of the traditional Nutcracker and the story of John and Mabel Ringling and the circus. Choreographer Matthew Hart created the tale. He says there are a lot of similarities between the two stories.
One of them being that in the Nutcracker, Drosselmeyer has a nephew who is the Nutcracker, and in John Ringling's story, he also has a nephew, John Ringling North, and I made him the ringmaster, which is very close to the Nutcracker in costume.
It tells Mabel Ringling's story.
She died quite early in their lives. I made her the sort of fairy on top of the Christmas tree, and John Ringling brings a Mabel doll to the party, the Christmas party, and it's put at the top of the tree.
She comes to life in Clara's fantasy dream world.
Mabel comes down from the top of the tree and she dances with John Ringling one last time.
Clara meets John Ringling originally at a big society party in New York.
He basically takes her away to the circus in Act 2, and they come down to Sarasota, yeah, he introduces her to the circus and to all the stars of the circus.
The Sugar Plum Fairy and the Prince are a little different in this Nutcracker.
My Sugar Plum Fairy and my Prince are actually trapeze artists in the circus, and they're called Sugar and Prince.
Kate Honea is Sugar.
When the curtain comes up in the second act, we are on the trapeze at the beginning, which is kind of scary for us.
Lucas hasn't done the trapeze before, but he's familiar with the rest of the show, especially one scene.
We have a little tango in the first act too. So I'm coming from Argentina, so I'm really happy about it because it's a little tango piece, dance, and it's beautiful.
It was the tango that started Lucas on his ballet career.
I started to dance tango when I was 11 years old. And then, I don't know, it was really fast. Everything changed really fast, and then when I was 15, I was at the bar taking ballet class.
Nutcracker was what inspired Kate to become a dancer.
That was my first ballet I saw when I was 7 years old. I saw the Miami City Ballet do Nutcracker, and then the next year when I was 8, I went and auditioned, and I was an angel, and then I was Clara, and then I went through all the roles, and I've been doing Nutcracker for over 20 years. And I just, want to inspire another little girl out in the audience to become a ballet dancer.
Linda Carson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thanks so much, Linda. Well, I'm joined here with Sam Ray from Tsunami Sushi.
That's right.
In downtown Sarasota. And what are we making today?
Well, Josh, we have got a shrimp wonton soup. So something to keep everybody nice and warm and just good home food, you know what I mean? With a little bit of an Asian flair.
Okay.
So.
The only thing I know about shrimp is what they called me when I played flag football. That's all I know. But so how do we get this thing going?
So here I've got just a poultry stock going, and that's going to be your soup base. And then we've got some sliced carrot. Slice them any way you like. Just throw them in there, let them cook for probably about 15, 20 minutes before your soup is ready. We've got some broccoli florets.
Now, what's already in this bowl here?
Like it's just a poultry base.
Oh, okay.
So you could use like bouillon cubes or chicken stock, bone broth, whatever's really your favorite.
And you let this sit for about, you said 15, 20 minutes or so?
15, 20 minutes. You're going to let that boil, steam, get nice and hot. Everything's going to mix together. Now, let's talk about our wontons here.
All right.
Which is the best part.
Of course.
So here I have a couple heads of green onion. So they're going to go in there. This is about a quarter cup of water chestnuts.
Okay.
It gives you that nice crunchy texture that everybody loves. Teaspoon of salt and pepper.
These flavors just keep coming together here. Now this must be the shrimp, right?
And this is shrimp.
Okay.
This is about a half cup, and I've diced them up real well. So we're going to mix all of these things together, and that's going to be what's inside of your wonton. Now, if you're not a seafood person, you could use, chicken. You could use beef. You could use pork, but seafood's always good with me down here on the Suncoast. And then this is a wonton skin, so it's a little malleable thing. You can.
What is that made out of?
It's rice and wheat and cornstarch and a few other things. We usually get ours from the Asian markets here in town.
Now you pat it with, is that just regular water?
This is just water.
Okay.
It helps you close the surface around there. So we'll put that there, and then you just dollop some of your ingredients.
That's a highly technical term in the restaurant business. Dollop.
Dollop.
Dollop the ingredients into the wonton.
And then close it up. And the water is really important here.
Oh, so the water almost acts like a glue.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
It helps you stick your
Cool.
stuff together. And then you just press it nice and tight. And then when your soup gets ready and hot, you just throw it in there. And then once those cook, I would say maybe another, if it's boiling.
So by the time you do that, had it been already maybe 10 or 15 minutes?
Right.
By the time you do, okay, so you're ready to just drop everything
You're
in.
going to make dozens of these.
Okay.
You know, you're going to use the whole bowl of ingredients, so
Mhm.
you know your veggies are going to cook, and then by the time you get all your dumplings done, you throw them in there. Give it another 3-4 minutes to cook. Make sure that shrimp gets to the right temperature, and then pull it out, and you're ready to serve.
And what's our final product look like?
Our final product is like this guy right here.
Oh, look at that.
So you finish it with a bit of steamed Napa cabbage, throw some green onions in there, and it is just the best thing.
Sounds like an explosion of flavors once you try that.
It's very nice.
Thank you so much, Sam, for coming on the show.
Always a pleasure.
It's
Always.
amazing. Well, if you want this recipe or others, go to our mysuncoast.com website and click on the dining tab. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Since 1972, Sleep King has provided quality mattresses and accessories at the best discounted prices available. Top brands like Simmons, Sealy, Serta, Beautyrest, iComfort, and more. With available free delivery, free financing, and free setup and removal. For a comfortable night's sleep with same-day delivery, even if we have to carry it on our backs. Trust Sleep King of Sarasota. Buy it today, sleep on it tonight.
Come out and enjoy a taste of Hanukkah this Sunday, December 17th from 3 to 6 p.m. at Philippi Estate Park on 41 in Sarasota. Everyone is invited. Admission is just $5 for adults. Children are free and free parking. See the world-famous Belunak, BMX trick stars, and more. Delicious gourmet kosher foods, music, and a 4-ton snow slide. Fun for the entire family. A taste of Hanukkah this Sunday, December 17th from 3 to 6 at Philippi Estate Park.
This is an important medical announcement. Bard IVC filters have been linked to punctured veins and problems with migration. Anyone who's received a Bard IVC filter must receive medical monitoring and may be entitled to substantial compensation. If you have the Bard Recovery G2 or G2 Express filter, you are in a class of patients who should be compensated for some expenses. Call now for a free assessment of your case and potential money damages. This call is confidential, there's no cost, and you may be eligible. Juries have awarded millions of dollars to people who should have been warned about the risks of the Bard IVC filters. Call the IVC Filter Hotline if you or a loved one has received an IVC filter and experienced a vein puncture or required medical monitoring. You must call now.
Call 800-329-3089. 800-329-3089.
Live from our studios on Florida's Suncoast, this is ABC 7 News at noon. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Welcome back. Happening in Florida, Governor Rick Scott has ordered state agency heads to adopt a sexual harassment policy. The order requires new training for workers and lays out procedures for reporting and investigating complaints. The governor issued an executive order yesterday detailing the steps agency heads must take. This as the Senate conducts 2 investigations into allegations of sexual misconduct by State Senator Jack Latvala of Clearwater. The governor hopes his order will help streamline how harassment claims are handled in state government.
Every agency was doing a little bit differently. What this did is set up a process where, we have clear expectations of what the training would be, what the reporting process would be. It's all just to make sure we have a process that works.
Recently, a high-ranking Senate aide accused Latvala of groping her on several occasions and making unwelcome comments about her body over the past several years. Now, Latvala denies all allegations and attributes it to opponents to his current campaign for governor. This just in, a Texas congressman is withdrawing from his bid for a re-election amid sexual harassment complaints. Blake Farenthold was seeking a 5th term representing the coastal bend of Texas. He's been on the hot seats, though, since it was disclosed that he settled a sexual harassment lawsuit filed by a former aide with $84,000 in taxpayers' money. A statement from Farenthold's campaign committee is expected later on this afternoon. A state lawmaker accused of sexual assault in Kentucky took his own life last night. State Representative Dan Johnson was accused of molesting a 17-year-old girl back in 2012. He denied the allegations just one day after a press conference proclaiming his innocence. Police say he shot himself last night in front of his car on a bridge in Louisville.
Drove his car over the bridge, pulled over to the side of the road, stopped, got out, and standing in front of his vehicle from the way the scene looked when I got here.
He was found dead of a single gunshot wound. Police say Johnson left what appears to be a suicide note on his Facebook page. Another woman is accusing Hollywood executive Harvey Weinstein of sexual harassment, and for the first time in weeks, he is responding. Actress Salma Hayek broke her silence in a New York Times op-ed piece, calling him a monster. She says he made several inappropriate demands on the set of the 2002 movie Frida, including gratuitous sex scenes in the film. Well, the Weinstein spokesman says the producer doesn't recall pressuring her to do that. The list of Weinstein's accusers have reached nearly 70 women. On Capitol Hill, Senator Bernie Sanders is joining the list of lawmakers calling on President Trump to resign. The president faces a wide range of accusations of sexual misconduct by several women. A group of accusers shared their alleged encounters with the president at a news conference earlier this week. Last night on CNN, Sanders compared the allegations against the president to those that resulted in the resignation of Senator Al Franken.
You got a president who has been accused by many, many women of harassment, to say the least. This is a guy who was on a tape seen by everybody in America, essentially bragging about his sexual assault of women. Do I think under those considerations of Al Franken resign, do I think the president should resign? I do. Do I think he will? I don't. But yes, I do think he should resign.
Congratulate.
Sanders' comments echo those of Senators Kristen Gillibrand and Ron Wyden, who also called on Trump's resignation earlier this week. The president, for his part, has denied all allegations against him. On to other news now. In business news, a big purchase by the Walt Disney Company. They announced plans to buy 21st Century Fox for, get this, $52 billion. Reporter Ariel Reshef has more from New York.
It's the blockbuster deal creating an entertainment powerhouse. The Walt Disney Company, which owns ABC News, announcing Thursday it is acquiring most of 21st Century Fox for $52.4 billion in stock. The force behind Frozen,
Let it go, let it go.
The Pirates of the Caribbean,
There's a witch and a pirate in my shop. Well, it's your lucky day.
and Star Wars. Now bringing in parts of Fox's edgier TV empire, including FX, Nat Geo, and popular comic book franchises.
Those are things that now all come under one umbrella so that the customer can have more access to all of that premium content.
Left off the table, Fox News Channel, Fox Sports 1, and Fox Broadcast Network, which will be offered to Fox shareholders in a new company. Disney chairman Bob Iger on GMA this morning promising a big benefit to consumers.
So to the consumer, not only will they be getting more great content, high quality content, but they'll be getting it in ways that they demand, innovative ways.
Disney will now have a major stake in Hulu, adding shows like The Simpsons and classic films like The Sound of Music. The mastermind of the deal making it clear it's a move to compete with Netflix.
It beefs up what Disney can offer as a streaming service when Disney goes live as its own streaming service in 2019 and competes more directly with Netflix.
Since Iger took the helm in 2005, Disney has acquired popular creators like Pixar, Lucasfilms, and Marvel, ushering in a new era for an entire industry. And Disney is expected to pull all of its content from Netflix by 2019. Like all acquisitions, this deal will be subject to regulatory approval. Ariel Reshef, ABC News, New York.
Back in this area, money is still a problem for solving Siesta Key's parking problem, but commissioners are moving forward while weighing a number of options. One of the ideas pitched last night, according to The Observer, a parking lot in front of a former sheriff's office building. The idea has been passed around for about a month now, but the cost of creating less than 40 spots is what's stopping them, about $500,000. Instead, commissioners directed staff to demolish the building on the property. The overall theme during the meeting was lack of money. The county still needs to account for $11 million in budget cuts next year. Before the big debut, we're getting a sneak peek of a new addition to downtown Sarasota. This is the Art Ovation Hotel. It'll be opening soon. 160 rooms and a wide range of amenities. It's adjacent to the Palm Avenue parking garage. Some of the amenities include exclusive access to art shows, live art displays on property, in-room musical instruments, and a new restaurant and rooftop bar. The hotel will allow guests a better experience in Sarasota's vibrant culture.
As downtown Sarasota's reputation's grown and our cultural assets have grown in their reputation, people want to be close to the restaurants, to the theater. They're fine going out to the beach for a while during the day, but at night they want to be able to stroll down Main Street, stroll down Palm Avenue, and enjoy the beautiful downtown Sarasota.
The Art Ovation Hotel is set to open in a few months. After a 25-year battle, the Mayaca City Historic Schoolhouse is going to be renovated and reopened to the public. The Selby Foundation reportedly gave them $100,000 in grant money. The renovation will allow the building to house an auditorium, kitchen, museum, library, computer lab, and classrooms. The Historical Society plans to use the auditorium to host concerts, weddings, meetings, reunions, and other special events. The total cost of the renovation, about $300,000. Well, after a cold start to the week, a warm finish, Josh.
Yeah, exactly. Temperatures in the low 70s right now. I think people can handle that.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks like that's going to be the trend over the next several days. Right now, temperatures are very pleasant. 72 in Sarasota, 71 in Bradenton, 65, a little bit cooler down there in Venice, but we have mostly sunny skies on this graphic. I think it may be a little skewed. We have sunshine, no doubt about that, but we are going to have more clouds in our forecast as we go through the afternoon. In fact, I just peeked outside. There are more clouds in this graphic's showing, but we are having, you know, our share of sunshine at the same time. But as you can see on the satellite imagery, there's more clouds to come, and they're coming in from the west off the Gulf of Mexico. So here's our forecast for today. Increasing clouds this afternoon, and low 70s will be in our forecast. Tonight, we dip down to the lower 60s. Our average for a low at this time of the year is 54, so we'll be above that tonight. But could we get some rain in the forecast anytime soon? I'll have the answer when I return. Back to you, Ray.
All right, talk to you soon. Thank you, Josh. The parents of the LSU student who died 3 months ago from a supposed hazing ritual are now speaking out. You might recall police arrested 10 frat brothers, and the grand jury began work this morning. Max Groover's parents did their research when their son told them he was going to rush a fraternity. When they looked up the national chapter online, they found they had a no hazing policy and was an alcohol-free house. What they weren't aware of, many complaints to the school made by concerned students and alumni nearly a year before their son's death. Some complaints detailed excessive drinking, using drugs, and hazing younger members. Their punishment, just a 1-month suspension.
I mean, how is making your brother do all these things and humiliating somebody
a brotherhood.
They can create policy till they're blue in the face. It's not being policed. We can't expect children, young adults, to have that responsibility.
Groover's death is one of 4 frat-related deaths this year alone nationwide. His family is hoping his death isn't in vain, asking students to speak out if they witness potentially dangerous activity amongst their peers. An update now on a daycare in big trouble in South Florida. A state inspector found several violations in the daycare where 2 children have died of illnesses this month alone. Among violations noted, a cockroach found under the kitchen sink. One of the sinks in the bathroom was broken. A broken diaper changing station that needed to be replaced, and the rubber surface of the playground had a loose part that could cause a child to fall.
They don't know if the cases are connected or if there's any connection to the daycare themselves. They obviously know that the 2 kids attended the daycare, so it's something that it's obviously that they're looking into, so it's ongoing, the investigation.
The daycare has 30 days to make the recommended corrections, including adding an isolation area for sick children so they don't contaminate the healthy students. 16 states will run out of federal funding for the Children's Health Insurance Program by the end of January, according to the Kaiser Family Foundation, and that includes the state of Florida. CHIP provides health insurance coverage for almost 9 million children whose families have too much income to qualify for Medicaid, but not enough to afford the cost of insurance. It is increasingly used by families whose employer-provided insurance is too expensive. Now, Congress has not yet reauthorized its funding mechanism, and as a result, states are running out of money. Once that money runs out, potentially hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of low-income kids could lose their health insurance. Still to come on your Suncoast News, Target is targeting homebodies. How you can get your groceries right to your door, maybe in a day, when we come back.
Make your holiday season extraordinary with a visit to your local Alfa Romeo dealer. Experience affordable Italian-crafted luxury and world-class performance, like our 2018 Giulia, just announced as the 2018 Motor Trend Car of the Year. MSRP starting at $37,995. Or drive home in the 2018 Stelvio SUV. MSRP starting at just $41,995. Premium comfort and excellent handling, even in the most challenging conditions. Now's the time to shift into season and reward yourself this holiday. Come in and see us today.
What to do when your heating or air conditioning needs service or, heaven forbid, replacement? Call Air Now today. We've been serving Sarasota and Manatee counties since 1946. We offer $49.95 tune-ups, lease or finance options, and remember, service today or it's free.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Well, we're looking at our tower cam here in downtown Sarasota, and we're having sunshine, no doubt about that, but you can see there's also clouds in the sky, and the clouds will only be on the increase as we go through the rest of the afternoon and into this evening. We're calling for mostly cloudy skies later on tonight. I'm going to show you this graphic here. These are the winds. Nothing really dramatic about this at all. They're coming in from the south, about 5 to 10 miles per hour, up to 8 miles per hour here in Lakewood Ranch. Down to the south, much of the same. Yesterday, this graphic had winds coming down from the north. Thus, northerly winds means it's cooler. Not today. We have southerly winds, and that's why our temperatures are beautiful like this. Chamber of Commerce weather, no doubt. 72 degrees here in Sarasota, 72 in Venice, 75 in Northport, and pick anywhere along the Suncoast here, lower to mid 70s, and that's what we'll find. The dew points, yesterday we had dew points in the upper 30s and lower 40s. Not today. We have those southerly winds bringing more moisture into the area. Dew point right now at 56 here in Sarasota, and the dew point is a measure of how much moisture there is in the atmosphere, and there's a lot more of it today than there was yesterday. Up to the north, there is a boundary here, so the dew points are still in the 30s and low 40s here, but that's for them. For us, our dew points are on the increase. Our radar is quiet. This could change later on tonight and this evening with some light showers, but all they will be is light showers and short-lived. So afternoon clouds today. Beautiful temperatures for the rest of the afternoon. Possible showers on Friday, and then we're going to see a very nice weekend if you like temperatures in the mid to upper 70s and lower 80s. Here's the reason why. We have this area of high pressure anchored off the southeast coast of Florida. The wraparound flow is coming up from the south and southwest. That's, well, the winds, so it's helping warm our air. And also, here's this boundary that's slowly sagging southward, and this is going to help ignite a few showers in our forecast for tomorrow. So let's put the futurecast into motion. Some shower activity maybe early in the morning hours of Friday around the Tampa Bay area. And then here we go, 6:30 in the morning or so, a few hit or miss showers along the Sun Coast. This lingers into late Friday morning. And this is being a little aggressive here. I don't know if I exactly agree with this in-house model, but it looks like we may have some showers lingering into the afternoon. But one thing is for sure, by our Friday night into our Saturday, everything clears out and we'll be able to enjoy the sunshine. The only issue up here in the national picture is what they're dealing with in New England, again with another situation with accumulating snowfall. Picture perfect day for taking your boat out. Southwesterly winds at 10 knots, seas at 2 feet with a light chop in the bay. Okay, this beautiful 7-day outlook shows a wonderful weekend. 74 on Saturday, 80 on Sunday, 81 next Monday. But another system comes our way to potentially bring some showers on Monday and next Wednesday. We may have to tweak the forecast a little bit depending on how much shower activity we get, but it looks like it's going to be on the lighter side, at least at this time from what I've looked at. Back to you, Ray.
Very nice. Thank you, Josh. Consumer news now. A tax reform bill is finally taking shape on Capitol Hill. Last night, leaders of both chambers in Congress announced that they have agreed on a single plan. President Trump made his closing arguments for what he calls historic tax cuts to help Americans not just get by, but get ahead. The president also reported that if Congress sends him the bill by Christmas, Americans will see bigger paychecks in February. Few details have been released yet, and everybody's asking the same question: how will tax cuts affect me?
This bill is going to lower the tax burden on working families, on middle-income families, and it's going to generate tremendous economic growth.
Most of what's there for the middle class is written in disappearing ink.
Well, Democrats want to slow down and wait until the new Democratic Senator from Alabama, Doug Jones, arrives and is sworn in. But Republicans want to move before that expected no vote arrives from Alabama. The Federal Reserve raised interest rates yesterday, signaling it believes the U.S. economy is getting healthier. The hike was expected and marks the third time the central bank has boosted rates this year. Federal Reserve Chairperson Janet Yellen says 3 reasons drove the hike: low unemployment, increased consumer spending, and bigger investment by businesses.
Our decision reflects our assessment that a gradual removal of monetary policy accommodation will sustain a strong labor market while fostering a return of inflation.
The Fed's inflation benchmark for a healthy economy is at least 2%. Officials are baffled as to why the inflation has remained below that despite other signs of economic well-being. Yellen says she believes the rate will stabilize over time. More problems for Wells Fargo. The Navajo Nation has filed a lawsuit against the banking giant. They say Wells Fargo is preying on their tribe, and they filed a federal lawsuit. Navajo Nation leaders say Wells Fargo opened unauthorized bank accounts and took advantage of elderly customers. Wells Fargo said in a statement that they are working to make sure they do things right for customers. The bank attracted scrutiny last year after it uncovered that employees opened fake accounts. Right now, Wells Fargo is the only national bank that services the Navajo territory. It is the latest move to catch up with Amazon. Target is looking to boost its same-day delivery service by paying $500 million for a company called Shipt. Now, Shipt currently delivers groceries to its members who pay $99 a year for the service. Target will add more products to the service, such as home goods and electronics. Customers will have to order through the Shipt app or website and pay the annual membership fee to get same-day delivery service. T-Mobile is launching a TV service next year, the latest company to combine wireless and video. The new service will be for those who are not interested in cable or satellite TV packages. The wireless provider promises to address complaints such as high bills and exploding bundles. T-Mobile has not said how its new offering will be different from existing TV alternatives such as Hulu, YouTube, AT&T, and Dish. If you're trying to get to the upper Midwest this winter, Allegiant Airlines will now offer nonstop service from Punta Gorda to Omaha, Nebraska. The new seasonal flights operate twice weekly. This new route is expected to bring in close to 10,000 visitors to our area. Still to come in your Suncoast News, 25 new movies have been added to the National Film Registry. Did your favorite make the list? We'll check it out when we come back.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
It's the holiday sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKC Sport Utility for $269 per month or a 2017 MKZ for $279 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury, winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Suncoast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
For the last decade, S&S Motorsports of Sarasota has built custom high-performance vehicles for demanding clients worldwide. They're now bringing their 50-plus years of combined build expertise to the parts business. SRQ Performance Parts is your one-stop shop for all your performance parts and accessories.
Credit card debt can ruin your life. If you owe $10,000 and minimum payments are siphoning away your paycheck each month, you can get debt-free in less time than you think.
I've paid $800 a month for the past 3 years and haven't changed the balance on my credit card.
Get Debt-Free Now has a program to reduce your debt, stop the harassing phone calls, avoid financial ruin, and settle for less than you owe.
I feel like a huge weight has been lifted off my shoulders.
You're pre-approved for our special hardship program if you owe $10,000 or more. Upon payment of your new lower balance, your debt will finally shrink until you are debt-free.
My family no longer has 30 years of payments ahead of us at 20% interest.
There's no fees until you see results. So call now, make one monthly program payment, and free up your cash. Resolve your debt.
Call 800-685-6422, 800-685-6422.
For 30 years, it's been an honor for the Michaels on Ice team to serve you.
We love that our restaurant, wine cellar, and ballroom have become your favorite gathering places, and we love catering your parties.
From everyday celebrations to life's greatest occasions, please join us soon for new culinary adventures. A toast to 30 years.
And to many more.
This holiday season, share the greatest gift of all, peace of mind. Nobody beats Subaru in service quality, vehicle quality, and overall quality. And ALG named Subaru the 2017 top brand for residual value. Now during the Subaru Share the Love event, you can lease the most fuel-efficient vehicle in its class, a new Subaru Outback, for just $229 a month. Or get 0% financing with zero down. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
ABC 7 News at 7, weeknights.
Outdoor living is one of the greatest perks about living in Florida. So whether this is your style, or this, or maybe this, contact Superior Pools. They've been building pools from Sarasota to Naples since 2001, and they would love to build yours.
Well, guess who's joining the National Film Registry? This year's 25 films added at the U.S. Library of Congress include the 1967 classic Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, 1997's Titanic, 1988's Die Hard, 1989's Field of Dreams, and of course, 1985's The Goonies. In other movie news, in 2015, 3 men were vacationing in Europe when they stopped a terrorist attack on a Paris-bound train. And now they're starring as themselves in the 1517 to Paris, directed by Clint Eastwood. The first trailer just hit the web. The movie opens in February. Well, it wasn't her biggest hit of the year, but Bad Liar by Selena Gomez has received another honor. It tops Billboard's list of its critics' best songs of the year. The staff write-up calls the tune a weird little moment of frustrated melody and imperfect romance that may prove to be a high point in Gomez's increasingly fascinating career. Uncle Jesse, about to be a full-fledged dad. John Stamos reveals he is expecting his first child with his fiancée. The actor is known to many for dishing out fatherly advice in his role in Full House back in the 1990s. He now joins celebrities like George Clooney, waiting until her 50s to have children. He and his fiancée, actress Caitlin McHugh, got engaged in October at Disneyland. One last peek at the weather. Should be a beautiful day, huh, Josh?
Oh, yeah, it already is 72 degrees right now, and that's our high for the day, increasing clouds, and then the weekend is going to be brilliant.
It looks nice. I didn't like that cold stuff earlier in the week. Wendy Ross likes it colder. I like it warmer. How about you?
Yeah, I got the Florida blood, so
Yeah,
anything below 70 is challenging.
I'm with you on that one. And on that note, we'll see you tomorrow on Good Morning Suncoast. Have a great afternoon, folks.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC 7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Growing up, my mom was afraid of the water, something she did not want me to feel.
So I enrolled Missy in swim lessons.
It changed my life.
Missy Franklin.
And now you can do the same for someone that you love.
There's nothing more precious than your child's well-being.
So act now, before it's too late.
Make us swim! I'm glad I did.
Thanks, Mom. Visit usaswimmingfoundation.org to find, get, or give a swim lesson.